the barbaric massacre and slaughtering of Miss Ocheze Ogbonna, stabbing to death of Mr. Chimaobi DKH, and shooting of Light Chimeko Nwachukwu, all from West constituency that I represent, that work with Inner Galaxy Steel Company Limited. The above named people met their death untimely caused by the management of Inner Galaxy Steel Company Limited and its cohorts. Mr. Speaker, before I move on to details of what I want to let this House know, I seek your permission for a minute silence for these people that died mysteriously, unexpectedly at Inner Galaxy Steel Company Limited. Am I permitted, sir?
Yes,
Can this House rise for 1 minute silence? The souls of Ocheze Ogbonna and Chimaobi DKH rest in peace in the name of Jesus. I want to express my big concern on the death of Ocheze Ogbonna and the DKH Chimaobi on 20th and 21st May 2024. The two were staff of Inner Galaxy Steel Company located in Okwa West, in my constituency. On the fateful days, both of them were billed to work night at Inner Galaxy. Ocheze resumed at about 7 p.m. She's a trained operator. Started doing her work as usual, not knowing that her death is coming up. While she was up on the crane that is about the height of a 3-story building, the boss, who is supposed to be a good company on the night shift, climbed up, started making advances to her. Her refusal ultimately brought her untimely death. The expatriate, a Chinese national, pushed her down from that grade of that height because she refused to submit to his advances. Mr. Dr. Ogbonna, God, this is the picture of a girl. You look and pass on to others. Injury to one is injury to all. I want us to see how inhuman these people that come to our place are maltreating our people. The young girl fell from that height and slashed on the ground. An eyewitness, even before this thing happened, attempted to enter that room up, but the white man told him to go down. The got the news and moved to the place to find out why their sister that left home about 3 or 4 hours ago should be reported dead. And this information was broken to them. Inner Galaxy Management quickly mobilized their standby soldiers, started chasing them away. And remember, it is night. One of the soldiers shot and got one of the men hidden by bullets. Dr. Nan, this is a picture again for people to see what we are passing through. He's lying critically ill at Federal Medical Center, here. The worst of it all is that after the first deposit these people made, they have refused to continue to make deposits. Everybody knows that Federal Medical Center don't treat anybody without funds. They are asking that they can only pay on final bill, which is not obtainable in Federal Medical Center. The report here is the death of another young man, promising young man, Chimo Decade, who is equally an artisan working with Inner Galaxy. In the morning, preceding to the night of the occurrence of the death of Ocheze, normally you will have pockets of gatherings and discussions for and against what happened in the night. They were there discussing, criticizing the acts of this Inner Galaxy people. And one of the management of Inner Galaxy men instructed one of the boys to hit this young man. He was hit. On trying to defend himself, the young man took the machete, stabbed him on the chest. He slumped and died on the spot. This is the picture. Dr. Nan, the is helping me pass on hands. Mr. Speaker, the teaching time, they say, serves 9. Mr. Speaker, I know that Federal Medical Center is not far from here. I think at your convenient time, if we finish, you might as well drive down to convince yourself that your honorable member is not just raising an issue, but stating on a statement of fact, a provable fact. I must as well say thank you to Dr. Choma Alexoti, the governor of Abia State, who, through his aides, responded very quickly. Otherwise, there would have been more beds of deaths. And to the glory of God, the expatriate was arrested. The other young man that stabbed the other young man to death was arrested. They are in state CIA. But that is not enough. Our prayer number 1, the people are humbly asking this government to step further actions to ensure that what is good for the peace is good for the Gambia. The Federal Republic of Nigeria has a constitution that operates in cases of massacre, manslaughter, murder, as the case may be, which is attributable to this issue I am raising at this floor. We are asking that the government, because it involves a foreign national, which should help us to ensure that that man is properly prosecuted. Again, we are asking that Mr. Life equally the family should be properly compensated. And Ocheze. We're equally saying that this government should come up fast to understand the modus of operandi of this company that has come to perpetrate evil in our community by ensuring that global best practice in working environment in a corporate organization such as theirs should be practiced, should be exercised in its best manner. We're equally saying that information and proofs has revealed that this company does not take Nigerians working there as anything. Therefore, that one of our prayers is that there should be a concerted effort by this administration, by this government, by this act, to cause the management of Inner Galaxy to appear before this honorable house to defend themselves with these enormous actions they have done in that country, in that company, and also bring forth with them all necessary documents to show that they have really come to improve the life and welfare of our people.
I can't believe this thing is happening in Abia State. And I think sometime a couple of years back, there were deplorable stories also emanating from this company in Abia. For what it's worth, Mr. Speaker, to be inhuman, to be too disappointing if we fold our arms and allow this to exist. First of all, Mr. Speaker, I do submit that cause an ad hoc committee is set to look into these abuses and atrocities, and why that is going on, Mr. Speaker. I think it would be reasonable enough for this house to quickly, move up with an action to have that company sealed, because it would be a huge injustice to the family of the bereaved, or families of the bereaved, that this company will still be operating while these stories exist. Mr. Speaker, please, I've looked at the two pictures circulated here, and I don't even know how to express myself over this issue. So, Mr. Speaker, please, we need to be very quick and thorough over this matter. We've heard what the honorable member said in respect to what the state government has done. I think this honorable house haven't had the petitions submitted by the honorable member representing that constituency needs to step up action. Anything less than sealing that company will not say good of this house, Mr. Speaker.
I want to align myself 100% with the prayers of my honorable colleague, Honorable Adiele. However, I want to make this proviso. United Nations fundamental rights and universal human rights has right to life as being sacrosanct. You can find this in Chapter 4 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. Like we say in this line, therefore, starting from this House and to the executive and judiciary, it is important to begin to let them understand that, first of all, the essence of governance and government is to ensure that the lives of our citizens are sacrosanct. And this should be seen in the manner where policies are made and executed. And it also should be seen in the manner and way the government and those in leadership deal with their citizens. Before then, a visitor can learn and take a cue from that. So we have to reevaluate all such obnoxious and dehumanizing way of dealing with Abians. And then put Abia people at the forefront in all ramifications. And go a step further to resuscitate the values, the core Igbo values. And then our laws as in the book. Because I know nowhere in the world will a visitor consider such heinous and condescending manner in which a citizen of Abia State was treated with utter impunity. I did my own cursory analysis of the whole event, and I want to say to this House, it is a denigration of all of us as leaders in Abia State, the manner the Chinese citizen, and even to a large extent, Chinese as a country. Up to now, there is no official statement to even commiserate, to even show that a human being's life or lives were lost. Therefore, by the time we begin to reassert itself, beginning for Abia State and up to Nigeria as a country, it will redefine our foreign policy perspective that all over the world, Nigerians be accorded the right to respect. That anybody coming to this place, Abia in particular, will be jittery to consider such perfidy, such inhumanity, that is antithetical to all known divine laws. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I think it is in our purview, it behoves us to take a requisite position on this matter and demand that the prayers are taken and even beyond that. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues.
Death of Ocheze, Ogbonna, from a white immigrant in Galaxy Company of West, is a gruesome murder of a girl who, by a special grace of God, want to maintain her dignity. Mr. Speaker, I have to thank my honorable colleague from Ogbonna for holding the youth of Ukwa, not to take laws into their hands. Mr. Speaker, up to today, there has not been any official statement from the company concerning Ocheze Ogbonna. Mr. Speaker, this lunatic that perpetrated this act would not even know his means of coming to this company. Most of them came through the sea. I think they can mess our girls up here. We need to see the attention of Commissioner of Police to know where that young man is as we are speaking. Injury to one is injury to all. Yes, she's not our biological sister today, but one of our sisters who are next year working. The time karma goes around. If we prosper because good men do nothing. Let this house invoke, if it's constitutional, that the man should be provided Let's know his means of coming to this country. The human being with his senses, this 21st century, can't even force a lady. There are tendencies of so many things. But for him to have the guts, the infantry, the temerity, to push her from that level of height, that man must be a suicide person. Mr. Speaker, I heard my voice. I'm weeping as if he's my sister. That all the prayer of my honorable colleagues should be granted. And I'm adding that we should invite Commissioner of Police to know the situation of that matter as of today. Because the moment something is changed hand, become a story, and nothing will happen. They are seeing that there's nothing will happen. But this chamber will prove to them that something must happen. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, if it's possible, can we visit the scene and know what actually happened? And hear from that company why they have not. The Trade, Commerce and Industry should seal that company. The company should be sealed till justice is given to Ogbonna. She might be a lone voice in the wilderness. Let this house rescue that young lady in her life. Yes, she is dead, but wherever she is, she'll be comfortable and proud that she is an Abia, and her death brought rescue to future of ours.
Mr. Speaker, why I lend my support and voice to all the prayers led by the voice of Ogbonna West, this Abia chamber. I also support all suggestions in addition by all the honorable members in the House. Mr. Speaker, I want to add a suggestion to all that has been said. Before my suggestion, let me bring to our notice that whatever this House is going to do will end up in resolutions and recommendations. Then my suggestion is this. The people of Ogbonna West should double their efforts as a community. They should double their own personal efforts in pursuing this matter. And this is because my colleague is saying that measure of something exchanging hands. And this I don't want us to forget that this is Nigeria. If the people of Ogbonna West should follow up double efforts, so wherever that thing is going to exchange hands, you make sure that this type of case is not a case the community will go and start sleeping, that you are taking your case to House of Assembly, that you are taking your case to the executive, and they are taking care of the case.
I'm going to answer and say, I don't know where they derive their purpose from. We continue to hear such stories in this chamber, in this house. This will not be the last. You know, there's measures, the laws that will generate this. If I may ask, you will see that there's no indigenous resident apart from that public. Am I making a point? Honorable colleague. There is no, in every country in the world, stock establishment must have an indigenous resident and person of the land. So that doesn't become a decision officer, becomes an immediate interface with the community and the company. They just come here, take our own resources. I'm also a victim in my own community. They even cause problem in communities, they create it. So if you don't make laws that will protect our people, the police will not do that for us. The young lady that passed on and the rest that stayed in the day is such direction. This thing will not be, this thing also going to become a community class. Now they have mandated someone from the community to kill someone. So I believe that in the act of registration of companies, especially people that are going to do business, we should strike laws that will make sure that our individual persons are possible of such companies. And also, we can lend more support by making the police commissioner to know that we are interested to go after the police.
Mr. Speaker, the story our honorable colleague told us is a very pathetic one. And I condole with the good people of West that was. Well, Mr. Speaker, I think we have a responsibility as a House of Assembly to make sure this kind of a thing does not happen again. It's true that most of the expatriates in our country and also in our states do not regard our people. They don't regard our people. So the question becomes, what do we do to make sure that the expatriates that work in other states, that they regard people of other states? So, Mr. Speaker, I would suggest that we look into our laws, like the one member President Super suggested, to know if there are rules guiding the actions of the expatriates that come into our states. Mr. Speaker, it won't also be bad if we invite the Commissioner for Trade and Investment to know if there is a way they vet these expatriates that come into our states. I believe that some of them also, like the person who perpetrated this heinous crime, some of them may need psychiatric evaluation as a prerequisite for them to work in our country, in our states. So I believe that the Commissioner may be able to tell us if there are laws we need to enact in this House that will help them make sure that this kind of a thing does not happen again. We are a House of Assembly, so the laws we pass in this hallowed chamber can help protect our citizens. It will also help to ensure best practices in the workplace within our states.
I think that's something that has come. I've gotten to the peak of judicial legality. And although some of the things I wanted to them at first to say, which you have said them, but I would suggest as one of the prayers that if that company is still working or functioning at the moment, because sometimes when situations like this occur, because they are of the white skin, we don't treat them as though they have committed a crime. And the essence or the reasons why they do really behave, because they see themselves that we adore their skin and we appreciate their skin so much, or value the color of their skin and see them as different kind of people that we have different humanity or different personality. So if that company is still, I don't know what they produce, or if they are still working, it is good for that company to be sealed and definitive until this matter is concluded. Because that will be the only way we will say farewell to those lives that was lost. And also to acknowledge the situation and push on the tension before taking our people. So I suggest that we should make sure that company is sealed and definitive. Secondly, I would also suggest, like Honorable colleague representing me said, if there is no law that will arm us to vet their activities in other states, we should be ready to get one in order to protect life and property in other states. That's my own solution.
We also follow up in our direction to make sure that this thing discontinues in any of the companies working in the United States being operated by foreign nationals. So while we adopt resolution as proposed by the representing of our West, and we also want to find this, because there's a petition accompanying it, find the petition over to the Committee on Public Petitions for further investigation. If you need a committee to be expanded, for thorough investigation, you can request for that. But otherwise, other than that, we don't need you to handle this matter urgently and come up with recommendations within the next 30 days. But for now, I want the House to just put it on record. If they support all the proposals by the petitioner here, or the member representative of ours as adopted, those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay.